So, guys, the question is this. Is Jordan Spieth back? Obviously, we're seeing him now make his way back into the top 10, and we saw him win again, a grind of a win that he put together, which I think is really promising. And one interesting stat is that this guy, he just wins on Easter.
Loves it.
Loves winning on Easter. He won, last year on Easter Sunday, and then this year again at the RBC on Easter Sunday. And get this, Mike, the Masters Sunday 2023, Easter Sunday.
It's going to be interesting to see if he could pull it off.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We already know, his history there. Guy can play at Augusta.
And he wants one back, the one he gave up. So it's going to be interesting to see. But regardless, it was refreshing to see him play well. He had some slip-ups. I don't know how much of it you watched. This is what they call kind of the hangover tournament after the Masters. But I did end up watching a little bit of it. There's big names in the field. Cam Smith, JT.
No doubt. And a gutsy playoff win over Patrick Cantlay. We talked a lot recently about, Scotty Scheffler and how hot he's been. But don't forget the tear that Patrick Cantlay was on. I think he's on that cusp of being right back in it at any moment. So this was no easy, walk-off win. It was a well-fought win. And what I'm excited to see that we're seeing out of Spieth is his tee to green play. We've always thought about Spieth as the ultimate putter and how he wins with the flat stick. Well, he said it himself. He won without his putter. Now, we saw him sink some great putts, that long eagle putt. But on the same token, what I'm liking seeing out of him is that approach game, the wedge game, and he's got something he's working on. It's been all the talk. We're seeing him exaggerate on the range, this pump thing that he's doing. Yeah. But whatever he is doing ultimately is it's really helping with his tempo.
Yeah. And it seems awkward, though, to watch. Like, he's doing this awkward pre-shot routine, and there's no pause after. Like, after he does it once, he goes right into his swing. He
wants to make sure that's top of mind. But what he's doing is he's compressing the ball. He's hitting driver, further than I've seen him hit it before. And again, his wedge shots are just silky smooth. We saw a couple just, rattling pins this past weekend.
And I think that's what he needs to win this career Grand Slam at Southern Hills in just a few weeks. I mean, this short game, knocking those approach shots close. Yeah. He doesn't have to worry about his putter. I think that's where he's least confident. He missed that little 18-inch, putt.
Yeah.
On 18, and but he did make that clutch one on 18 to get into that playoff, to create that playoff situation. But you watch out for Spieth at Southern Hills, man.
He said too, I heard, is again paraphrasing, but he says the first time his wife, actually, came in and gave him some golf advice. He said she never really does. And she told him, I guess she said, you need to take 5 seconds if you miss a putt before you hit your tap in. So I thought about that a lot today on the day of his win.
That's great advice.
Yeah,
my wife doesn't tell me that.
He was getting frustrated. She's she's seeing he's getting frustrated, and you could tell how frustrated he was with this putting. So I think that was great. Just come in there with some words of encouragement, but just kind of giving him a little bit of a check there. And
Spieth wears his emotions. I mean, I could see him at home at night, like just complaining to Annie about his putting and her helping him. That's cool. That's a cool story to hear.
It is a cool story.
To see Greller there with his kids, to see their duo still going strong after all these years, guys making caddy changes when things don't go right. They're sticking out. They're back on a winning, I think, thing right now. I think the new swing is going to help Jordan big time.
It is. And I think so many people are pulling for him, rooting for him to be back in that top 10 and just being the mix every week. You saw it with how the reason he's a fan favorite. I don't know if you saw guys in the clubhouse in contention about to do a playoff, and he's telling all the kids, just stay put. I just need to, warm up, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to make sure I get signed on everything. That's why he's a fan favorite. He's a good dude. He's in there. He gives back to the fans. And I think we all want to see him winning again. But you guys tell us what you think. Make sure you drop in the comments. Is this, the sign that we've been looking for, that Spieth is really back? And as Mike said earlier, does he accomplish that Grand Slam, that career slam this year? Is this the year he does it? We talked so many times about form and being in form is so important. We're not far off from the PGA. There's still some time to be played, but we're not that far off that if he gets hot at the right time, we said this last week, Scotty Scheffler, hot at the right time, hot coming into a major. That's what all these guys want.
Cantlay's hot right now. Can't discount him either.
You definitely can't. But I like Spieth's chances.
I'm trying to look up
being back.
His odds. Now. He's got great odds too. He's 20-1.
By the way, speaking of Greller, you were telling me about the back out there with no caddy.
How cool was that? That was a boss move. I don't know if he just forgot it.
You think he forgot it?
I think he was just like
He rushed back out there
because
or something?
he had a good hour plus. He didn't leave the bib on. I think he just forgot to put it back on.
You know what it was? He's sitting there.
He must have handed it back in already.
Nah, he spilled his coffee.
Yeah, he spilled the coffee.
You know what
Post round
happened?
coffee.
He was sitting there after the round, waiting for the playoff. He spilled his coffee. He's like, I got no caddy
I got
bib.
nothing.
Yeah,
It was a boss move. He just had a regular polo shirt on.
there you
It's
go.
cool.
I always wondered if there was a rule for that. I always thought there was a rule that your caddy had to be wearing the bib, and I like even almost like a penalty or a disqualification if they don't. But apparently not.
Apparently not.